can also just go online on PNP Arcade and print the game yourself. It's just 18 cards you need to print. You just cut them out, put them in sleeves, and you're done, right? It's very, very simple, a very simple build. I suggest doing that if the shipping is too high. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm excited to bring you the button share game Hyperstar Run, designed by Scott Elms, also a solo game. And yeah, looking forward to bringing that to you because I think that is the latest button share game that was released. There were another one or two after that, but they haven't been delivered yet. So yeah, looking forward to bringing that to you. A little spoiler, this is actually a game that I really enjoy. Alright, so before we get started, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's go. Alright, that's how to start a video. Alright, so what is Hyperstar Run? Well, Hyperstar Run is a video game themed game, or like a platformer themed game, right? So where you are on a 2D landscape and you're going from left to right through the level, defeating enemies, going on platforms, things like that. And this game captures that quite well, actually. So let me put this one just up here, maybe. I think that should be fine. I will not do a montage today because the setup is actually very simple. We have these two equipment cards. I will just put those aside for now. We have our platformer card. I will also put that aside. And then we have 15 cards left here. These are the level cards. You will just shuffle all of these. Just give me a moment. If you go quick overhand, shuffles, and also a cut. And then depending on the difficulty you want to play as, we put them all face down in front of us. There is a little table here in the rulebook. Tutorial, standard, hard, and expert. I will play on hard today because I think tutorial really is just a tutorial, right? You can play once to kind of learn the game, and after that you should definitely increase the difficulty. I find hard to be like the sweet spot at the moment for me. It's not too easy, not too hard, it's just right. So yeah, let us do that. So then we put 11 cards like this here. We have to leave some space at the top for our platformer guy to have room. So I will just do it like this. And then we deal out 11 cards. So I zoomed out quite a bit here. But still I will not be able to fit 11 cards, I think, but almost. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and one card is missing. I will just put this for now here, right? You will not quite see it on screen, but that should be okay for now because until we get there, we will have like gotten some other level cards down, right? We will not be able to get there in the first round, I think. So, and then from the rest of the cards, you take 3 cards as into your hand, and the last one is just discarded. We don't need that in this game. And alright, so, and then we take our platformer guy here. You see here, he's like here 4 times, 1, 2, 3, and 4 with the numbers. So we are playing over 4 rounds. And we put them here like this, with the corner with the 1 pointing down, because that's where we will start, and we will turn over the first level card, of course, to see what we need there. Alright, and then here we have our hand. Let me just put my hand here at the bottom. The hand will grow larger and larger as we go through the level, and that already is the setup of the game. So we play over 4 rounds until we cannot progress anymore, and every time we can't progress anymore, we just finish up the round and clean everything up. I will show you later how that works. The gameplay works like this, that we are trying to pass level cards, and as you can see here, you always have like 2 enemies here, one at the bottom, one at the top, and they have like specific button inputs they need, right? Imagine you have a controller in your hand for a video game, right? And you press specific buttons to like jump and to move and shoot and whatever you do, right? Depending on the platformer. So here, for example, we would need like one of these green aim icons and a shield, a pink one. And if we can press these buttons, so to speak, then we can progress in the level. So what I can do is, for example, here you see this one needs like the aim and the shield icon, and either I combine several level cards for that, several cards in my hand for that, or I take an equipment card. And you see in the top left the button that I can press, right, in order to progress like these level cards. This one has like both that I need, so I would just put this aside, discard it, right, for this round, and then that means I would have passed this level card. And I would continue and turn over that card. Another thing I can do instead is take one of my cards and put it face down, and then I can use the ability on the current level card I'm on. For example, here, flip one face down card in the level. That's good. That means I can take one face down card and flip it up to see what will be coming up. Whenever I can only do like use an ability once per level card, but if I continue to the next level card, I can use that ability as well. Although not all level cards do have abilities. And if I use another ability card now, I don't turn another one face down. But if I already have a face down card, I need to discard that one, right? Because I can only have one face down card at a time. But that means I can like use one level card to either use one button to continue, or I can use it twice for an ability. And that's what I can do. So let's just get started now. Actually, I think that was pretty good. But I could also, you know what? I have like lots of these aim icons here. So I will just put one of them face down in order to use that ability. And let's just see like what will be coming up here a little bit later down the level. Alrighty. So there are two more things I need to explain to you, but I think I will do that as we continue. So, and then I will spend this one here, right? The aim and the shield icon. I will press that button, so to speak, in order to pass that level card and continue. All right. So, and also what I want to do is, because I can sometimes exchange cards with abilities here, right? I want to chain these colored lines here. So, now, you see, we have the enemy down here, needs two aim icons, or like target icons, or you see like this enemy that needs 3 of any. The asterisk just means any, right? So, now, another rule that I need to explain to you is the following. I can now use my cards here in my hand, discard them to press these buttons in the top left, but I can only also use past level cards. This one, for example, right? So I could you denote that by pushing it down. So I could push this down to use that target icon, and I can discard this one to use another target icon to have these two, right? That's what I will do. This one doesn't have an ability, so I will just do it like this. So now this one I cannot use anymore in this round, but whenever the round is over and we reset, then these are also reset. Alright, so we passed that level card. Let's continue. Oh, that is perfect. There actually is a pink line that connects here. Now I can explain that to you. So, you see, I need to use these two shield icons here in order to pass this, which I can't do because I don't have them. But let's just say I had it, and then I would be on that pink line, and that's now a combo line. That means I can continue that line, and next card, if I have used that, I don't have to spend any of these. I can just spend that one icon here. But that combo is interrupted either when the line is not continued, or if I cannot pay that for whatever reason, or if I use an ability, right? But if I just use like the start of the combo, and then I can just continue that combo as long as that line goes. And having two pinks here, that's perfect. That is just perfect. But I can't use it this round because I don't have that shield here, right? Did I... Yeah, the next time... Because I only have one shield right here. So I can't do it, unfortunately. So I will have to use 3 of these instead. So what I will do is I will use these 2 and also that one here, right? For that enemy right there. Discard these to continue. Alrighty. So, here, ability, choose any card in the level, flip it face up and swap it with your current level card. So now you see, I don't have the 2 shield and I don't have the 3 of any, right? I only have these 2 left. So I could use the ability, choose any card in the level, flip it face up and swap it with your current level card. That would maybe help. Maybe I could pass that level card and then continue, but I have that combo here, right? That I couldn't use this time, but now I know it, and I can use it next time, maybe. Let me just check. Yeah, I would have 2 shield icons. Actually, I don't really have a lot of shield icons, right? So I could also like destroy that combo. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. But then again, 4, 5, it's still better if I use that combo. So I will not do anything. That means now the first round has ended. And what we do there is, at the end of the run, first we take all discarded cards, put them back into our hand, like this. And then now the level becomes shorter because, well, we know it better, right? And we've gotten better at it. So we always take the leftmost level card and add it to our hand. Then we flip any face down cards, we put them face up. Then we would reset any cards here in the level, like if they are like down like this, you would just push them back up. And then we rotate the hero to the next number and put it at the beginning of the level again, right? Because we lost the level. So that means we just have to continue from the beginning again. So, and that's why I put this one card a little bit off screen, right? Because now you can see everything. All right, and now we continue our run. We just continue like that. All right, so we know a little bit now about the level, right? So I need 2 shield icons here and any there, like maybe one of those. And here 2 target icons. So I can't really progress a whole lot either, but a little bit. All right, so here I will use these 2 target icons in order to progress. I will press those. Then here I will press these 2, which is quite a lot at the moment, but I hope we will get another shield at some point later on. So I'll press these 2 to continue. So now I have this combo going, right? So I can just take any card. I just don't know which one yet. Well, let me just take this one here, I suppose. We'll have to be a little bit lucky. Then we can continue. And here we need 1 target and 1 arrow icon, which I have. So let me just press these 2 here in order to continue here, right? All right, we're getting there. And here I need another target or arrow. Or, yeah, I have 3 arrows, so I can't continue here either. The ability. Press your current level card, that means push it down. Pass it without paying any enemy or combo costs. Oh, that's really good. So I will actually use this ability by turning this face down, press this card, and then we can continue. That is really good. So, and here, okay, and now our second run comes to an end because we need 2 of these icons here, or 3 of any, and I don't have any of those, right? So this is it again. So I will put everything back into my hand, turn this over, add the leftmost level card to my hand, then push these back up and go back to 3 here. All right, so let me center everything a little bit more. Alrighty, so, and now you see, we have done 2 or 4 runs, and we have actually turned over all level cards except 4. So we started with 11, right? So 7 level cards we have made. So let's see how we can continue. I do need some of these later on, right? So I'll put these over there. I need like shield icons, but we are really unlucky in getting those. So yeah, that's kind of bad, but still we are getting places. Okay, so here I will start by taking these two items again, this bit of equipment to start that combo, and then I will use this one, press this one here to continue our combo. All right, flip the leftmost face down card in the level. You may swap it with the current level card. Do I need to do that? I don't know. We could see what is there, right? I may swap it. I don't have to. So let me see. I could use these here. I can press this without doing anything. So I can maybe take this one here. I will just discard. Flip it over, I mean. Just flip that over to see what is here. Okay, I was hoping it was like some kind of combo here. But that one doesn't really help me too much, I would say. No, not really. Okay, but it's good to know what is coming up. Then here, we will, then I see how we can pass this. Well, I can actually just press these 2 for that enemy there. And here I can just use the ability here to press the card without paying anything. Then we go here, we have 2 of these target icons, right? I will pay those. To continue here. And then here I need a target icon and an arrow, which I will definitely use like this. Let me continue here. Alrighty. And that already was the run number 3. So it's going to be kind of tough to actually continue to number 4. Because you see, we are missing 1 icon in order to continue here, right? So we need just 1 more. But that means we should be able to do it next round, I think. I think so. We should be able to, because now we're saving a lot of stuff here, right? We're saving some stuff here. I think we can make it. All right, so that was run number 3. So last run coming up, let's hope that we can make it, right? So let me take all of these back into my hand. We also add this one here. We push these back up. Also, let me center them again for our last run now. Okay, to 4. There we go. All right, let me just have another sip of tea before we continue. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, so now the analysis begins, right? I can't do any combos here. I also can't swap cards to do better combos, right? So I need 3 of any here. Let's just see what we can do. Here I need this one, for example. This one would be perfect. Let me just kind of put them where I want to use them later on. I want to use this one there, this one here. Then maybe these 2 there, if possible. Here, these 2, right? And here, these 2 and something else. But that won't work because we don't have enough stuff here. So instead, I can put these over here and this one as well. Okay, so I kind of have an idea now. Let's see how far we can go. Choose any card in the level, flip it face up and swap it with the current level card. This could also be something good, but I don't know if it will help us actually, right? I'm not quite sure, but flipping is always good. But I think this ability here is better. So what I will do is I will just use these 3 here for that one up there, right? I will press all of those to continue here. Then here I want to use that ability. So I think I will actually flip this face down to flip the leftmost face down card in the left and maybe swap it with the current one. Oh, I will not swap it. We could have a combo going here. That is nice. All right. Then I will spend these 2 here. I will press this button, these 2 buttons here on the equipment card. Use the equipment in order to progress. Then let's see. Here I can easily use this one. Press your current level card, pass it without paying any enemy or combo costs. That's even better actually. So I will just press this one and continue. Choose any card in the level, flip it face up and swap it with your current level card. I don't want to do that, I think. Instead, I'm going to use these 2 target icons here in order to continue. And then here I can easily use this one. I think that's what I will do. Swap any 2 cards in the level other than your current level card. That is not really going to help me. So I will just use this one here in order to continue. Here's no ability. So I will use these 2 arrows by pressing these 2 in order to continue here. And then now we have that combo going, right? So we can just use a shield in order to progress here. Oh wait, on your current level card and the next card, treat each icon in enemy combo cost as wild card instead. Oh, before I will press these here, right? Before I will press this one, I will use that ability. So now I can use any. That is great. That means I will use that shield to continue. And now, well, we just need to pass the last level card, and since these are wild cards now, either 2 shields or these 2, but since I use that ability, I can use any, right? That means, but I could also use just the 2 shields. I will press those, and we have passed the last level card. That means we finished the level. And that means we win the game. But it was quite close, right? I didn't have any hand cards anymore. And only one more card here that I could use, right? Because you can never use the current level card and press that one, right? Press that button. Only like the ones that you have passed. So yeah, but we used used almost all abilities, right? Not all of them, but we used a lot of abilities this time, and that's pretty cool because usually, like, there are a lot of games where you can't really use the abilities too much, right? That kind of depends, like, how the cards are laid out. I think we were kind of lucky, but that is how you win a hard game of Hyperstar Run, published by BoardGameGeek Games and designed by Scott Alms. All right, yeah. So let me just give you my first few impressions. I've played the game like 5-6 times now, so I think I can give you a pretty good impression of how the game works and how I like it. I like it. The theme is very cool. I also like the layout. I like the art style, the graphics, and everything. That is pretty cool. Like, one thing I would have liked in terms of design is not only having enemies here, right? It would have been cool, like, for this old school platformer fans like me, to have like maybe spikes here and traps and stuff, right? So sometimes you just have to dodge stuff or jump over things or whatever, right? Or maybe duck and roll through like tunnels or whatever, instead of just having enemies here, right? That would have been pretty cool. But far from that, the theme does shine through here, right? Because you do have like these buttons that you can press, right? And you're just trying to progress the level with that. So I wouldn't say the game is like overly thematic, but the theme works with what you're doing here. And I like that quite a bit. So that's pretty cool. The game can be a little bit luck driven, right? Because you have decisions in this game. You have a specific decision space, but the decision space is like much, much less than, for example, in games like The Last Lighthouse, which I just recorded a video for. I think I've published this already on the channel by now. If not, it will come very soon. But here you have many, many more decisions you can make, for example, which makes this an amazing game. Here you also have like some decision space, right? You don't have a whole lot of decision space, like which buttons you use, right? I mean, you see like these buttons here, and you just like see it like what's ahead, like the things you can see ahead. Everything else you just have to guess, right? So you don't have a whole lot of decision space regarding the buttons, but like the abilities. Like, had they not added the abilities, this would have been a much worse game because you pretty much would have no decision space at all. But the abilities do a lot. You can like swap cards, right? You get like specific bonuses and whatever. So that works quite well. Without the abilities, I would have not won the game. I would have just been unlucky, right? So I'm glad that the abilities are here, but still, this is not a game with like a huge decision space, right? That's just something for you to know in case you're interested in this game. But still, I like the game a lot. I think it is well designed. I think it's pretty balanced as well because of the abilities. Because I would say that I win like, yeah, I win like 50 to 7, nah, like, let's say like maybe like 60-70% of all the games I win. Maybe a little bit more on hard, right? I would say the game is a little bit easier than things like what I was just saying, like games like The Last Lighthouse. This one is definitely much tougher, I would say. But also this comes down to luck, right? It's possible that I just deal out the cards again, play another 11 level game, like a hard game, and I lose like only having uncovered 7 cards, right? Just because I just don't have the buttons and whatever, right? But if you use the abilities well, you can actually do quite well in this game. So I like this a lot. What makes the game even better? I haven't shown that to you today, but if you decide to get this game, I highly suggest getting the expansions as well. If you can get this game anyway, I mean, then you can also get the expansions, right? They don't cost much more. Before I continue to talk about the expansions, if this game is too expensive to ship, because that's a huge issue for BoardGameGeek games if you're outside the US or outside the UK, then you can also just go online on P&P Arcade and print the game yourself. It's just 18 cards you need to print. You just cut them out, put them in sleeves, and you're done, right? It's very, very simple, a very simple build. I suggest doing that if the shipping is too high. So, Hyperstar Run has 2 expansions so far, and I'm quite sure I will also get future expansions because I like the game quite a bit. More on that in just a moment. There are 2 expansions currently out. One is Equipment Drop, What that one does is there are just more equipment cards. This one is just pretty regular, just different combination. But these also give you like a different ability, right? That is pretty cool because, for example, for these cards here, you have the choice either to use these 2 double symbols, right? Or you can use any symbol, and you can use the ability on your current level card for free without like turning over or discarding any of your cards. And that is pretty cool. That changes the game a lot, right? Because you can actually use your cards, your buttons for other things, right? Because sometimes these double buttons don't do anything, right? I mean, they are usually helpful because these combinations exist, right? But depending on how everything is laid out, maybe at the beginning of something, these don't help you too much, but this always helps you, right? So that's one thing. And I think you like shuffle all of the equipment cards up, and you just deal still 2, I think, right? But you just have more variety, which very, very cool. And now the main thing is the final bosses, and that is like really, really cool. I think they're on position 6, right? So what you actually do is, that's very cool. And when you set up the game first, of course, these will all be turned over. You go to position 6. Let's just say it was like this here. 2, 4, 6, and you put the boss here in the starting form, and you still have to like defeat the boss like just like any level, and then later on you turn it over like this, and it's going to be a little bit tougher, and you put it at the end again, right? That means you have like a boss you fight against mid level, and then at the end you fight it again. Just it's a little bit stronger, but also it has a requirement now. It says you may not press 2 adjacent level cards to attack a single weak point, right? That means you cannot just use these 2 or these 2, right? You have to use cards that are apart, and that like gives you like much more many more things to think about actually when you play the game, and they all have different requirements here, right? So these really change up the game a lot. And I would suggest, if you get this game and all of the expansions, to play the game maybe once or twice. Like once on tutorial, then on easy maybe. And then like find the difficulty you like the most, and then always put in a boss. These bosses are really cool. They change up the game so much. Without introducing more difficult rules, right? So very, very cool. This is a very good expansion, actually. I have the feeling that BoardGameGeek Games is getting better at not only writing rules, because all the rules are better in this game, but also at adding expansions and stuff that are actually substantial. Because for the Last Lighthouse, it's the same. The expansions for the Last Lighthouse are very, very good. And having said all of that, this game receives the Silver Thecos Ace of Games Award because, yeah, I like it a lot. I think this game is very well done. The high luck factor in what buttons to press, and the fact that you don't have as much player agency, decision space as in other games leads to the situation that I can't give it a gold. So there's Ace of Games Award. So if you liked what you saw today, as I said, you can try to still get the game. It is hard to get, except if you're looking on the secondary market, because usually BoardGameGeek does like their Kickstarter or Game Fund campaigns, and then it's like really tough to get them. Sometimes they get a few games on their site, but then you have to pay shipping. Outside the US and UK, it is very difficult. So most likely you will not find this game, and if not, just go online on PNP Arcade and print the game yourself. I usually have a link to the PNP files online that you can buy for very little money in the description of this video. So you can also do that to get the game. It's definitely a game I enjoy a lot and has a very cool theme. So yeah, very fun. Also, one thing I forgot to add is this is a game that is like really quick to play, right? This is like easy to set up and really quick to play. It's not too brain burny. It's just like a little fun time. If you have like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to spare, right? And you don't want to like overthink stuff. You don't want to like a brain burner, but you want something nice and easy and like fun to play with a little bit of decisions you have to make. This is like a really good game for that. The Last Lighthouse, for example, would not be a game for that. That is much more brain burny. So yeah, very, very cool. All right, well, thank you so much for watching and staying to the very end. As usual, I want to thank you all for your support. Especially want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. And the biggest thanks go out to Thecos for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, supporting me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the very next video. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.